Hi guys, so today I'm refilming for my new channel, Air House, another Blossom and Root video of the Animal Kingdom. I believe it is Blossom and Root year 3, but we are going into year 4 and that's okay. I think especially with elementary and maybe even middle, you can definitely interchange grades. But yeah, so she labeled it year 3, but this will be our first time using Blossom and Root, so I'm using it for 4th grade. And it's a lot of books, so I'm going to do a really quick flip through so the video won't be super long. And it's pretty much everything that I'm using with the curriculum throughout the beginning of the year all the way to the end. Some of the books are ones that she recommended, and some, if not most, are just ones that I just went ahead and added because I kind of compiled like monthly units, and I'll talk about that at the beginning of the video. So thanks so much to everyone who watches and subscribes. I really would appreciate it if you subscribe to my new channel and like my videos. I hope you do also. Thanks so much. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, you guys, so here I have Blossom and Root, The Wonders of the Animal Kingdom, the Parent Guide, year 3, and I'm using my computer to do everything. I printed out a few things. I'm not going to show all the printouts because you guys, if you have the curriculum, then you'll see that, of course, and then that'll be kind of boring to go over. So I just want to show you guys how I grouped all of the books. So for August, we are focusing on evolution and extinction. For September, we're focusing on invertebrates. For October, we're focusing on reptiles and amphibians. For November, we're focusing on birds. And then December, we are actually still going to do the curriculum, probably on birds, but we're going to focus on actually Charles Dickens. So we're kind of doing like a mini Charles Dickens unit. So I didn't write a science group for December, but then January, we're going to focus on mammals. So January and February, because mammals takes up a lot. So then when we get to March, we're going to focus on ecosystems. And I believe she has like a project where you pick your own ecosystem. I'm not sure yet. But yeah. And then for the month of April, I'm just calling it a wrap up. So the month of April, we're just gonna like make sure we covered everything, and then also maybe we're gonna do. She has some stuff. I think it comes with the curriculum or it's additional. I'm not sure, but it's called book seeds, and so it's just like focusing on a book and doing like a little bit extra projects. So I think we're gonna do that. Continue with that the month of April wrap up, and then we're probably gonna finish up homeschool by May 1st. So then yeah. So that's quick little thing rundown. Now let me get into the books. Okay, so she says there are no required books for this curriculum. Theoretically, you could use it without any books at all, but then she suggested these books, and then she has like a lot of books. As you probably know, if you're watching this, you probably have the curriculum, or if you just want animal ideas, you don't have to have Blossom and Root to watch this video. Curriculum, whatever, but if you do have it, you can see that she has a lot of books. And the ones I highlighted are the ones I have, and some of them, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do this flip through because I have a lot of books. So let me start. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books are the ones that she highly recommends. I'm calling them spines for our unit, and then the rest of them are just like supplemental. And then like a lot of these I just added on my own. Because I go a little book crazy, especially because my daughter wants to be a animal biologist. So anyway, okay, let me get started. So those first books that she mentioned as highly recommended, this is The Story of Life, Evolution, Big Picture Press, curated by Katie Scott. And then she recommended Nature Anatomy and Farm Anatomy, both by Julia Rothman. Here's Nature Anatomy. And we already owned a lot of these books. I showed some of these books also in my 4th grade curriculum haul video if you want to check that out. And then Farm Anatomy. And then The Wondrous Workings of Planet Earth, and Understanding Our World and Its Ecosystems. And the author, I can't pronounce her last name. It's like Rachel
Ignosfosky, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, by 10 Speed Press. I've been having this one on my list for years, so I'm really excited to get into this one. Looks like they group things by continents and ecosystems. DK Smithsonian Animal. Okay, and then we already had this. So she didn't mention this, but we already had it, and my daughter didn't finish it. She did. This one is one of the other highly recommended, Animalium, and so we already have this activity book that my daughter didn't complete. We did a zoology unit years before, and she really just did a few pages. So we're gonna go ahead and have her. I'm gonna have her complete this activity book that goes with it during this Blossom and Root. So Animalium, it's a really pretty book. Okay, so those were the most highly recommended. Now I'm going to show you, before I get into the monthly sets, these I'm just using, like I said, I think they might go with those like additional books, like the book seeds. Who is Rachel Carson? I thought that would pertain to the... And then The Watcher, Jane Goodall's Life with the Chimps. And then Who is Jane Goodall? Who HQ? And then this is a picture book on Jane Goodall. And it's by Jeanette Winter. And I'm going to link all of these books, you guys. Okay, so this is Vet Academy. This is just a fun little activity book that she will do in her own free time during this, during this year. Sorry, okay. Okay. Now let me get to the monthly groups. So the first monthly group is evolution and extinction, and I'm also throwing in endangered animals. Okay, so I went ahead. I don't know why I did this. Like, I made it a little bit more complicated, but I thought she could work on this throughout the whole year. So this is the Thinking Tree All About Endangered Species Science and Research Study Guide. And it pretty much has a section on like all these different animals, table of contents, and then you just do different things, different little activities for each animal. So it kind of like prepares your child to do research. And so she will be doing this probably throughout the year, even though I'm going to kind of weave it in the beginning month with extinction, you know. But yeah. Okay, so that's the month of August. And then Grandmother Fish, a child's first book of evolution. This is a picture book. And then Older Than the Stars, another picture book. These we've been having for many, many years. So some of these things, like I said, I didn't buy all of this stuff at once. Life Story by Virginia Lee Burton. The story of life on Earth from its beginning to now. This is a long picture book, if you want to even call it that. It's like 68 pages, maybe 70 pages, and So it'll take us a few days to get through this, even though we already read it. But that's an older one. And then the last book for the month of August to focus on extinction and endangered animals is Extinct, an illustrated exploration of animals that have disappeared. So it tells about the species at the bottom. Well, actually some pages are different. They have it at the top, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so that's August, evolution, extinction, and now September, which is invertebrates. And again, we also did a bug unit, insect unit before, so some of these books I'm just carrying over. Horrible Science, Ugly Bugs by Scholastic, and Nick Arnold is the author. Kind of like comic book style. I really like these, the Horrible Science. Okay, so continuing with the September monthly books. This is DK, The Brilliant Book of Bugs by Jess French. Under Your Feet. This one doesn't necessarily have to do with just, I'm gonna keep saying bugs. It's not like just bugs or invertebrates, but obviously there's a lot of, invertebrates that are bugs. I mean, all bugs are invertebrates, but I'm saying like this book is like under your feet, so it's not just like invertebrates, but it's like soil, sand, and everything underground. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to include, go ahead and include it that month, because of course there's a lot of invertebrates under the ground. So, burrowers, fungus, beautiful bogs, and it has some vertical pages. One Beetle 2 Mini, The Extraordinary Adventures of Charles Darwin. We've been having this one again for a while. I don't even know if she'll get to this one because like she already read it and it's kind of lengthy, but I'm just gonna like add it in our book bin. I do like monthly book bins, and all of these are gonna be in those bins. So this is Insect Detective by Steve Volk. Sure. Yeah, okay. This one is actually like a picture book. Again, she already read it, but she'll read it again. And then Evelyn the Adventurous Entomologist, The True Story of a World-Traveling Bug Hunter by Christine Evans. This is a picture book biography. And then the last book for the month of September is The Big Book of Bugs by Yuval Zomer. Really pretty illustrations. Okay, so now October, which will be reptiles and amphibians. And I only have 2 books for reptiles and amphibians. Reptiles Everywhere by Big Picture Press. I love Big Picture Press, and this looks really cool. And then I got her this National Geographic Kids Reptiles and Amphibians sticker activity book. Okay, so now November will be birds. So I got another sticker book. This one's by DK, North American Birds. It's pretty thin, but it has like a lot of stickers. Well, actually it's grouped by habitat. I shouldn't say it has like a lot of stickers, but it's grouped by habitat, or ecosystem, or whatever you want to call it. So I like that. It'll kind of fit in with our study of the ecosystem too. We'll learn. And then another Yuval Zomer, The Big Book of Birds. Thames and Hudson is a publisher. And then another one to go with that other book I had earlier. This one's Up in the Air, Butterflies, Birds, and Everything Up Above by DK, publisher. So this too, you know, it has more than just stuff about birds, but I thought I would include it that month because it does have a lot of birds up in the air. And then December, like I said, we're kind of just, you know, doing the regular curriculum spines. And then January and February, it's going to be mammals. Okay. So, yeah. So January and February, yeah, we're doing mammals. So this is Science Comic Dogs, From Predator to Protector. She already read this, but she will definitely read it again because she likes these, since we're going to be on dogs. And then this one, you know, obviously it's not just mammals because, you know, fish have bones and different things like that. But I am just go ahead and including this book because we have 2 months of mammals, so bones. An Inside Look at the Animal Kingdom by Big Picture Press. This is like my favorite cover out of all of our nonfiction books. It's like raised, and then the gold and the black, oh, so pretty. So here's a table of contents. I like how it groups the animal bones by what they use their bodies for. And then Actual Bones by Steve Jenkins. I'm just including this one also because I do have mammals in it. And she's read this many times, so she'll probably just flip through it. It has some pages that flip out, open up. It's pretty cool, interactive or... And that one is like a picture book size. Nonfiction picture book. I'm going to save the big one for last. I have like one giant one. This is DK Eyewitness Mammal. This is like an older version, but that's okay. Look at all the ones that they have. This is crazy. If you had all of this, like, and then another one I'm just including, let me show this one first because it matches. Same type, Eyewitness. This is dog. Okay, and then this one also, it's not like just like it's only focused on mammals, but since we're studying mammals for 2 months, I just included it. Because it has different animals in it. Kaleidoscope of Creatures, the Colors of Nature, explained by Wide Eye. This is another one of my favorite ones that I got for this year for 4th grade. It's really pretty. How the colors of animals mean different things. And then I have a few more. Oh yeah, one more for the mammals. So this is really big. This is Life-Size Animals and Illustrated Safari, written by Rita Mabel Shiva. I don't know how to pronounce that. Shivai? I'm not sure. I'm bad at pronouncing the last name. And this one's really big. So we checked this one out from the library. And then I found it online, and I thought it was really cool. So I went ahead and got it, especially since we were studying animals, you know, for 4th grade. It's really cool. It's like all these big giant things that have to do with animals. Okay, so that's the last one for mammals. That's for January, February, and then now March is ecosystems. So I've already decided ahead of time. Like we live in Texas, so there's like a few different ecosystems or more or whatever. But well, yeah, because Texas is huge. But where we live, I just decided to just go with a pond, which I believe is an ecosystem. Yes, over and under the pond. So we already had this book and by Kate Messner and Christopher Silas Neal. It's pretty much like a picture book, but then it has this like non-fiction information at the end, and then it's kind of told like a story, but it's more like informational. Yeah, she has like a series of these, Kate Messner. So that one's gonna be for March, the ecosystem of the pond. And then this one I'm also including in the ecosystem for the pond. I believe that she did include this in her list, but I don't know what month, like when. But I'm just going to do it for the pond, which is Make Way for Ducklings by Robert McCloskey. This is like a classic picture book. That is just a really cute story about a family of ducks. And so yeah, let's see, is that it? Okay, yeah, and then so it's pretty much and then April and May is pretty much like a wrap up where we're still going to be doing the curriculum, but I'm not adding in any extra books. Yeah, we're just going to be following Blossom and Root till we finish. And those are all the books I have for Blossom and Root. Yeah, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much. I really appreciate if everyone subscribe to my channel, where I have mostly book reviews, for adults, and then of course I have homeschool content and possibly some other things in the future. Who knows? But for now, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for subscribing and watching. Bye.